Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. So, on today's agenda, we will be discussing my days on Capitol Hill. That's right, they allowed your girl to be on Capitol Hill. So this is an As Told by Her Capitol Hill takeover by yours truly. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my experiences on Capitol Hill. I had the chance to not only go to Capitol Hill once, but twice. Alright, so the first time was for the Congressional Gold Medal ceremonies, and the second time was for an exclusive backstage tour. Alright, so first we're going to discuss the Congressional Gold Medal ceremonies. I'm sure y'all are like, oh my God, that's awesome. But what is it? Right? Because I had no idea what it was. Alright, so let me put y'all up on game. It has such a fancy title, but not a lot of people know what it really is. Alright, so what this is the highest award for young people in the nation, right? So, again, it is called the Congressional Gold Medal Ceremony. It's for any person between the ages of 14 and 23, okay? And the four components of this award is volunteer public service, personal development, fitness, and expedition exploration. And you have to be between the ages of 14 and 23 when all of these things are complete. And you have to do it within a 2-year span. And one thing that's really cool about this whole thing is that this is a non-competitive process. This is all about self and your service to the community. This is all about being a better you and helping those around you. Alright, so it was actually really interesting to hear some of the things that these people have done. One of the main reasons that the Congress has implemented this is to build up students, to build up young people, to build better all-around citizens. And I thought that was pretty awesome and pretty amazing. This is a very prestigious award, and it was crazy because I've never heard of this, but how I got involved was I actually had the opportunity to volunteer, and so it was really cool. I actually got to hear the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, speak, and I actually have footage of that you guys will see. Okay, I'm going to be 100 with you guys. She looks about this big, but it is her. I promise. And I got to see some other congressmen, senators, and as well. So it was an amazing experience. And I got a chance to walk all over Capitol Hill as well while I was there. So that was really exciting. But just so you guys can know, this is also the little invitation book. But something else that's really cool about this is that you don't have to do such extravagant things, but it's all about you. You set goals for yourself and you accomplish them. And so I thought that was a really cool thing because you're teaching students and young adults how to set goals and pretty much accomplish them. And something else that I didn't know is that once you become a gold medalist, doors that magically open. Once I was researching this, is that schools like the University of Kentucky offer $1,000 scholarships to these students, specifically to these students they are now eligible for, which before they were gold medalists, they weren't. So I'm just saying. And so I just thought this was a great opportunity for students. And so I thought, what other platform to let other people know than my YouTube channel? So I'm here to inform you, for kids or for even young adults, you should actually think about this. And not only that, but it's an amazing opportunity because when they fly you to DC for this ceremony, you get to meet your congressman as well because they're the ones who hand you over your gold medal. What was really cool is that not only do they just bring you up here for this fancy little ceremony, but there's a banquet as well. And so I got to go to the banquet and it was so nice. The food was amazing. And they also took us all to a Major League Baseball game, which I've never done that before. So that was an awesome opportunity. We got Nationals, the Washington, D.C. Nats or Nationals, and the Texas Rangers, I think. Not necessarily a baseball fan, but I'm always down for new opportunities and experiences. So now I can say I went to a Major League Baseball game. Check that off my list of things to do. So that was awesome. But yes, and so if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to put the link below and you guys can all check it out. Hey, side note, Nick Cannon is on the board of directors for this. Who knew? Things you don't hear about. Fun fact. I don't know, I'm just saying, thought I would throw that in there. Alright, so that is the primary reason why I was at the Capitol. But I also learned a lot of fun facts about Capitol Hill that I never knew. Alright, so here we go. First of all, I'm going to start by saying the inside of the Capitol, I never knew how intricate architecture is in that building. I mean, oh my gosh, like flawless. From the paintings to the sculptures to the granite to the marble to the ceiling, the chandeliers. Alright, so here we go. My tour of the Capitol was everything. It was amazing. So, first things first, I don't know if you guys are aware, the Capitol is not just one building. No, it's like a complex. It's like a series of buildings. Moving right along, I didn't know. So, my tour, it began with a 13-minute film. And it was just kind of talking about how the House and the Senate operate to make up the Congress and how all of that works. And how the Congress is there to represent us all, to make sure all of our voices are heard and all of that good stuff. It was a really nice film. It was very empowering and it was informative because I've always been kind of confused as to how that works. I'm just now kind of starting to get into politics and things like that. I was never really just interested until here lately. So it was a nice introduction to how that works, how it's supposed to work, who's supposed to do what. All right, so that was nice. So my tour, like I said, was really pleasant. I got to see the original case that the Magna Carta was in. I thought this was great. I don't even know the word for this, but I got to stand in the center of Washington, D.C. There's like a spot. So I took a selfie there. That made my day because I was like, oh, I'm in the center. I don't know what you call that, but I'm very sentimental. I don't think sentimental is the right word. I'm at a loss for words today. But yes, I stood at the center of D.C., so that like made my day. Did that today. Along one hallway, they have a lot of memorabilia in reference to like old senators, old congressmen, and things like that. And I got the chance to see who the very first black man was elected to Congress. And check this, it was in 1870. Who knew? It was so long ago. Yes, but his name was Herman Revels of Mississippi. But it was February 25th, 1870. And so I thought that was pretty nice to know. I never knew that, never heard about that. So there you go, fun fact. And I also found a statue of MLK as well as Rosa Parks in the Capitol. I did not know that was there. So that made my day as well. And I also seen Sequoyah from Oklahoma, had a picture of that as well. Primarily through the Capitol, we just chance to see where all the House of Representatives as well as the senators meet and things like that. It was really an awesome experience. And another fun fact about the Capitol, which I never really knew, is that there was underground tunnels that connected all of the complex. Like I referred to earlier, since the Capitol is not just one building, which I thought it was, you know, the one with the dome on top, the golden dome, but it's not. So there's an underground tunnel that connects all of the buildings together. So also underneath the Capitol, they have everything they need in there to survive, literally. Like they have post offices, they have a key machine, a shoe shining place, food. They have everything just in case there is a national emergency. They can survive under the Capitol. I think that's remarkable. I think that's amazing, whoever thought of that and whoever built it. I think that is pretty impressive, and I never knew. And also something else that was really cool, I wish I had more pictures of the Capitol, but once we got to a certain point, there was no pictures allowed. We found this desk, we found this table, or so we thought it was a table, but on top of the table it said, only lift lid when necessary to escape. Do not lift lid if it's not an emergency or the alarm will sound. I was like, bruh, what? Like, okay. So, I'm just saying, it was very interesting. Because I'm like, so y'all gonna be going through tables? Okay. So, needless to say, it was really interesting. Like, the things you see and the things you find out, you would never know, because I didn't. I was like, bruh, so y'all sliding through tables and stuff? Like, I don't know what they're preparing for, but I hope I'm ready, because I ain't got no tables to slide through. Anyway, that's a side note. That doesn't have anything to do with my day at the Capitol. But also something else is that they're, as you guys may know, I don't know if you know, but they are remodeling the Capitol right now. And they're redoing some of the paintings as well, because some have faded over time, or in some places they're actually just trying to redo them because whatever reason. So I don't know if you guys think about this, because personally I didn't, just because normally when you think about the White House or even the Capitol, the last thing you're really thinking about is the paintings. You're thinking about the people, the bills that are being passed or signed, or, the monumental things that have went on in these buildings. Okay, well, I'm saying this for a reason. They're painting, right? So when you hear someone say like, oh, they're painting, you don't think about, well, how is that getting done? You're just like, okay, cool, they're painting. Okay, so we had the opportunity to see some of these people painting, y'all. These are murals that they're painting, like huge, like very detailed paintings, y'all. Y'all should have seen these people painting. They had baby brushes like the size of this bobby pin, painting. Like, I wish I could have snapped a picture for y'all, but there was no cameras allowed in this section. But they were literally like this, painting. Like, I don't know. And the wall was huge, like any other wall in the Capitol. And that's how they were painting. It was so amazing to me, because if you ever get the chance to tour the Capitol, you will see what I'm talking about with these walls. And I'm like, y'all are sitting up here painting with these baby brushes. Like, I don't know what y'all think y'all gonna do with these baby brushes, but y'all gonna be up here all day. But more power to you, because I'm sure y'all got more benefits than what I got right now. But I'm just saying, like, that was pretty interesting to me as well. It's the little things in life. It's the little things in life that get me. But my day on Capitol Hill was very interesting. And then I thought it was a really interesting thing to think about. Because also in the movie, it was really interesting that they pointed out how African Americans played a very instrumental part in building the Capitol. Because, again, that's not really something that you're ever taught or that's ever in your history books. But I was very, intrigued by that they even mentioned that and that they said that. And so when you think about, this is a nation that we helped build from the bottom up, literally. I thought that was pretty impressive how they said that as well, because that wasn't anything that I was even really aware of until later on in life, that we played an instrumental role in the building of our nation's capital. So I thought that was awesome. And I didn't realize that all of the major things go on in the Capitol, such as, they made this reference. One of the rooms that we passed by was actually the room where they tried to impeach President Clinton and other serious things like that. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. That was a joke that they cracked. I thought that was pretty interesting. And so it was great to really just tour and to be there and to say that I was there. Before they added on to the Capitol, we actually had the chance to see the cornerstone and the actual ending of the Capitol before they added on. And I actually have a picture of that as well. So that was really cool because, I mean, I never knew. And that means the Capitol was actually rather small before they added the extra rooms and things like that. So something else that I was unaware of is that how many African Americans actually work in the Capitol building. Something else that I have also enjoyed working here in DC and going to the Capitol and just being here and in this culture and things like that. In no way, shape, or form do I want to feel like I'm just so Afrocentric and things like that, because I'm really not. But I am rather interested in race relations, and as you guys know, this has been a rather informative summer for me and my culture and seeing where I come from. I mean, this summer has definitely been very informational to me and very important to me in helping me find out things about myself, and especially about my culture and my history, because it has always been very interesting to me to find out how our history fits into the American history, although our history doesn't fit into the American story. Right? And so I don't mean to come off Afrocentric or anything like that, because I'm really not. But it is always great to, like I said in my last video, to know who you are and where you come from. And so all of this has really opened up my eyes to a lot of things, and it has definitely been very meaningful to me to know that we do have a place in American history. You know, we have been very instrumental in even the building of our nation's capital, and the White House, and even the congressmen, you know, in the 1870s, like, we've been here, you know, we've been doing it. It's been a struggle. It's been hard, although maybe it was one for a very long time, but we were there. We've made a stance. We've made our place. And even being in the Capitol, to see how many African Americans work in the Capitol and how many African Americans even intern in the Capitol, it blew me away to know that we stand, to know that we're there, you know, to know that we have a presence. And even talking to someone that I work closely with, he told me that, like, his first summer in DC really changed his life and how he viewed himself and his environment and the things around him. He said that, well, I'm paraphrasing, but he was telling me how it made him look at life differently, because before, he never imagined who he could be or where he could go, because before he came to DC, he never seen African American, you know, physicians doing what they do, you know, or African American males behaving in a certain manner or doing certain things until he came here. Because I'm a firm believer in the fact that you cannot be who you cannot see. You know, you can't do things that you don't even know about. You know, you can't expect people to behave in a manner that they're even unaware of. And so being here and knowing that we're here and that we have a presence has completely blown me away. And to know that we even have a history here and that my forefathers were here, although they may not have been in the places they wanted to be, we're no longer there. And we actually have a future. And not only are we here, but we're doing things and we're making moves. And although that may not be what the media wants to portray, it's the truth. And so it has been so eye-opening to me to not only learn about my culture and my history, but I mean, American history is my history. African American history is American history. It is almost one and the same. And so even if I have to search in two separate places to get them both together, that's okay with me. But I'm so excited I had the opportunity to go and to see all of these things, to see where our nation came from and where we are today. Because I even had the chance to see statues of, like, the first female congresswoman. I thought that was pretty exciting. But all of it was really great. Awesome. And to really learn how the House of Representatives and the senators and the Congress as a whole works. That was really interesting to me. All right, y'all, so that's how my days went at the Capitol. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.